Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So once again, Meg the Stallion is in the middle of a bunch of drama. So everybody was asking for a reading on her anyways. Lots of questions in regards to, with her having so many issues with people and falling outs with people and all of that. How does the music industry see her? Are people going to want to continue to work with her? Is her career still going to move forward? So we're just going to go ahead and take a look at that. Honestly, like all of this stuff that's going on, around this drama right now is just people with hurt feelings poking at each other and friendships ending and that kind of stuff, that it's like, unless it comes up in the cards, I mean, really, like, what is there to ask about in regards to that? So Spirit, please join us and answer any questions we have in regards to Meg the Stallion, her career going forwards, her relationships with other people. Do people in the industry still want to work with her? Spirit, please tell us what we need to know in regards to Meg the Stallion, her career, her relationships with others, any other spiritual messages that we need to know. Spirit, we ask only with the intention of clarity and understanding of what we need to participants. That's all who we ask about this reading, participate and watch. And I am going to be, after this, I'm not going to record for a little bit. I'm going to take a nap, and then I'm going to work on my website. A nap is needed before I work on that, because it takes me probably 80 times longer than it would take somebody else to do anything on it, because I have already accidentally deleted things a couple times, and I'm not trying to do that again. But I will have some new specials going up, and we will be choosing the winner of the 750 subscriber giveaway on Tuesdays. So make sure you guys head over to the Doja Cat subscriber giveaway reading video to enter to win. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. I really truly appreciate it, you guys. And our next giveaway will be at 1,000 subscribers. I can't believe like we're even talking about that many. And we will be going live after we hit 1,000 subscribers, because that's going to be our first live. We're going to do a little party. I'm going to bring some people on. It's going to be a fun time. So, Meg. Well, first, I mean, it's talking about that she needs to learn how to control her emotions, because a lot of the things that, either she speaks out about or other people speak out about are coming from actions that took place when she was being emotional, and so her trying to be this queen of coins, that's what she set out to be. I'm gonna be rich, I'm gonna, be in control of my life, I'm gonna go be a star, I'm gonna make something of myself, is very much starting to become compromised by the constant fights that she is starting to get herself into. She has people like on the other side around her that are very much trying to help her, but she doesn't listen and she doesn't tap into that. And that is what's getting her in trouble, because she's not like thinking straight. She's not listening to any of this like guidance that like her ancestors are trying to pass on to her, that it is starting to, they're sort of like, okay, if you're not listening, like all we can do is step back and let you fall on your face and hopefully you'll learn. And again, there's males who've tried to also talk to her about this, because I'm feeling like this is like management type people. So probably like a Jay-Z, or in the past Carl Crawford, or, whoever she's been working with, who have talked to her and been like, Megan, like, this is not the way to go about things. Like, we got to calm it down. And, you know, she's sitting here saying, yes, I'm going to do that. But does she keep her word? No, because then something happens and she has to, you know, get involved. But there's also a manipulative energy to her where, yeah, see, it's like everything can be great with her and a friend, and there's just this self-sabotage element that Megan has here where it's like, oh, like, we're cool. Well, guess what? I'm going to go over here with people that you don't like. And then, yeah, like, now all of a sudden I seem like a shady and you're pissed off at me. And now I'm out here crying in this Nine of Swords situation because, once again, people are coming at me for falling out with another person. So, and see, it's like, y'all know this deck has 2 sets of Three of Swords in it. And when we get those 2 sets of Three of Swords, I think last time it was Megan as well. I mean, it's like, Megan, listen, because the shady shit is getting her in trouble. And it's causing her the problems. Like, it's coming back on her. So it's like, at this point, she's in this cycle where it's almost like, say that, like, me and her, you know, like, got into it. And I was the one that was being the jerk to her. But everybody's be like, Megan, that's a fan. Megan, like, what the hell's wrong with you? And they just be going at her because they're like, Megan's problematic. Megan's always causing problems. And, you know, in the way that she would probably respond to me in that shadiness that people are talking about is that she would quote tweet me so that everybody would know who I was to send her fans to come get at me, right? So there's a lot of that kind of stuff happens with her, but it's like she needs to learn that she is not great at that kind of thing. And that I keep telling everybody, especially as we get into this age of Aquarius that's coming, karma is coming swift and fast because, you know, air signs are sword energy, and it can be protective or it can be all about cutting something down and getting rid of things and delivering swift karma. So it's like karma is 2 things, you know, good or bad. So you do things good, it's going to come back to you faster. You do things bad, it's going to come back to you faster. And so it's like, Megan, like, literally, like, you do something shady to Asian, like kick her off a song, then what happens? Like, all of a sudden, you know, even though everybody else is fighting with each other right now and it's just blown up into, there's special guest appearances by, like, the City Girls, and, you know, when originally the problem was just between you and Asian Doll, and you might be sitting back like, oh, thank God, people are talking about Lil Uzi Vert and JT's relationship, and I'm not being talked about. But when the dust settles, everybody's going to go right back to Megan started it. Megan causes all these problems. Look at how all these people fell out because of Megan. Megan's bad energy. You need to stay away from her. That's the reputation that she's giving herself, and it's rightfully so, unfortunately. It's like, you can't be playing every side. You can't sit here and be like, oh, I'm going to be friends with you, and now so that I can be friends with this person, I got to drop that one or do something bad to them or talk shit about them, like, and then calling yourself the Regina George. Like, no, like, girl, but you came in saying you wanted to be nice and getting along with everybody. Like, what happened to that energy? Because I remember that. And I mean, I was reading the comments on some of these things where people were literally saying, we only like cats, we don't like horses anymore, like, as in reference to, like, we're all, like, we gave up on Megan, we'll just, like, worry about Doja now, and it's not cute. So now we know how the general public is feeling about her, you know, as evidenced all over social media today. Spirit, how do people in the music industry feel about Megan and working with her now after all of this has really started to come out? I I mean, that's the thing that's sad though, Megan. Like, your ancestors aren't going to save you, because that's, if we're not learning lessons, guys, like, we can have a bazillion ancestors around us, like going back to the dark ages, who are so spiritually elevated, but we're not listening to them. At some point, they're going to be like, we're going to stop talking and let you fall off the edge of the cliff. And then when you're at the bottom and you're like, okay, now I need to climb back to the top, I'll listen to you. That's when we're going to come back and start talking to you again. But, you know, same thing with spirit guides. Sometimes they let you fall flat on your face because you weren't listening and paying attention all the other 89,000 times that you were supposed to learn. Okay, let's see. Didn't we get a tower moment for Megan last time? Because the bottom of the deck energy is that Megan's really, you're entering into your tower moment, Megan. And you're going to have to put in a lot of work to be able to come back from it. See, what's so funny is that here's Megan, because she initiated herself in this reading as the Queen of Pentacles. So here she is with this underlying energy of the devil, and crossing her is the Ace of Wands. So it's like, I'm trying to work on myself, but the temptation gets to her and she just has to start up again with somebody else, or somebody else is starting up with something and she sticks her nose into it when she shouldn't. And again, here is this, you know, we're not saving you, with this Hierophant coming up in reverse underneath her, of like literally like all of her spiritual guides and ancestors and everything, they're just watching her like fall, because it's like, you're not listening to us. And here's this Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups coming up in reverse. So Megan's gonna have a really hard time finding other females to want to work with her coming up. She's gonna, because right now she's been on this really big kick of making sure that she has been inclusive with other females, right? So, because she's worked with Cardi B, this whole thing started because of Asian doll, Debrat, whatever the heck that girl's calling herself right now. The City Girls, Cardi B, like she had Taraji and Jordan Woods in her video and all this stuff. Well, there's a lot of women who are like gonna be making this choice because they were coming up as these queens in reverse. With this Knight of Swords and this Two of Pentacles, they're running away from her. It's like, I have a choice to work with Megan. I'm not taking that because I don't want to be associated. I don't want to take the risk that I'm going to be the person that we have this big public falling out with. I don't want other people thinking I'm messy because I worked with her, because I want to get along with other people. So that's where she's digging herself into a hole that she's really going to start finding herself not having any females that will be willing to work with her. Expect Megan to try to align herself with a lot of men coming up for collaborations, but also expect for her to try to pop up in a relationship to distract us from everything that has been going on. This is a PR relationship because there is this Moon card and this Page of Wands behind it, of it being a setup and not being a truthful, honest like situation. It is about the man getting some sort of benefit out of it. So if it's like some NBA player, it's kind of like a Tristan, where it's like, we might have heard his name before, but then because he started dating Chloe, like now everybody knows who Tristan Thompson is. So it would be something like that. But she's going to be thinking that this is going to be a distraction, and so is her record label. But the public isn't going to be fooled by it, Megan, and they are going to see it as being not really like what you want us to think. Like, they're not, like, it's like we're going to be looking at the pictures like they don't have any chemistry together, and people will be like, I'm pretty sure that guy's gay, or he has like a whole like wife and kids at home, like there's gonna be stuff that's gonna come up to where everybody's like, we don't believe that. So Megan, you are gonna be losing a lot of support of people, not only in the industry but fans. This is really like, you are beginning to step into your tower moment. Like seriously, like the way that Spirit is talking about it is like, this is your final warning. Turn it around now before you really like fall off the cliff into this, you know, disaster that is coming for you. Because you guys, like I always tell everybody, and for if you watched my reading that I did on myself, you can get a tower moment in a reading, but a reading is a roadmap of what's coming. So if we're like, hey, like you're, you know, here's a tower moment, you're about to get fired from your job, that doesn't mean that you have to just sit there and let the job fire you. It means that, okay, well, I know like within the next 2 months, they're going to get rid of me. So that means that I need to get off the phone and get my resume together, get on Indeed, get on Monster, get on LinkedIn, and start applying for other positions. And then you can avoid that tower moment because you've secured yourself another job and you leave that place on your own terms, you know? And so it's like, Megan, the warning signs are everywhere, girl. Spirit, please tell us, is Megan's career going to be successful in 2021? What do we need to know for her coming? Spirit, please tell me. What do we need to know? This is just so sad because I remember like when she came out, it was like, she's a college student and she said she's still gonna get her degree and she doesn't care, like, you know, if she becomes like a multi-platinum artist, she's still, education's important. And she was like, I want to be the nice girl, I just want to get along with everybody, women are amazing, we should all be friends. And then it's just been like, girl, what happened? We were rooting for you. That's the one time I wish I did know how to edit so I could enter the Tyra meme right here, because it's like, it's just Megan, 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 Megan. Well, Megan, and anybody who's watching, keep in mind this is based off of her current energy. And we're looking forward to 2021. So again, like I said, if she heeds these warnings, she can avoid the tower moment that we saw coming, okay? If she continues in the same energy that she's in now and on the same path that she's on now, this is what is going to be her next year, basically. The first thing that I'm getting is this King of Pentacles, followed by this Four of Pentacles and this Chariot. So this is talking about offers not being available to her, being taken away, and somebody, a man with money and power, being the one who is basically saying no. So it's like, if this is in reference to Jay-Z, for example, it would be, okay, you know, we were going to give you a 3-album deal and we were going to get you partnered with Adidas, you know, and you were going to come out with your own shoe with them. And then we also had a partnership with Monster Energy Drink and they're going to sponsor your tour. And now it's like, okay, Megan, like you didn't listen to us and we kept telling you, and now your music's not doing good and we need to cut our ties with you. And yeah, you know, you're not going to do the shoe. Monster's saying that they're backing out, you know, we can't do this, we can't do that. And it's like, things are going to be quickly leaving her life too, because the Chariot's with it. So it's not just about it going away, but it's about it going quickly. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Don't spend a lot of money, Megan, because it's not going to be coming in the way that it has been. She will get away from her current label, whatever, break that contract that she's been trying to get out of, because it does show her being successful and cutting ties with this King of Wands, and with the Ace of Wands is talking about that being that original contract that she signs. But it's almost at this point like they're like, okay, fine, whatever, go. Like they don't want to be tied to her, is what Spirit's saying. So even though it might, like, the way that it might be presented is as that it was a favorable outcome for Megan, it was more like they're like, just take what you need because we're done with you, and like we just don't want to even like trip off of this anymore because you're becoming a liability. So like we do want to cut all ties with you because we don't want anybody to come, you know, we don't want anything that you're involved in coming back at us. So yeah, I mean, she's gonna have a hard time working with people, you guys, or getting people to want to work with her, especially after they're talking about this next 3-4 months. She's gonna be steadily falling out of favor because there is more fights for her to come. So sorry, the sun is like changed direction in the middle of this reading, you guys, but Megan has a lot more fights to come. So she is going to have a harder time finding people to want to work with her and work together. And when she does, it is going to be people that were kind of like, what? Like last year you were on songs with Beyonce and Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and all the hot people. And now you and Blueface came out with a remix to Tatiana together. Like, what the hell even is this? Like, we don't want to hear that song again, and we certainly didn't need the two of you making music together. You know, it's gonna be kind of weird stuff like that. Or, you know, how Black China always sort of pops up with these guys who are trying to get into the rap game. Like, it'll literally be like, isn't that Black China's latest, like, boyfriend who's, like, a rapper from, like, Ohio or something? And he's, like, 21, and he calls himself, like, Kid Rabbit Shooter. And we're like, who, what the hell? Like, Megan's, like, doing a collab with him because that was the only thing that she could snag. Like, it's definitely on that decline, you guys. I mean, again, it's talking about like her not listening to these messages, and because of that, she's gonna start seeing herself in these Seven of Cups moments. If she doesn't get it together, she's gonna end this next year in this Three of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles moment of really trying to watch her coins and figuring out how is she gonna make more money, and wishing that she had made completely different choices. So that's not too great, Megan. Again, you guys, like, let's all pray for her. I mean, I think that the girl really needs some healing, because I think that the chaos inside of her is clouding her judgment and it's causing her to act out. But it's obviously not in a good way, and she's definitely going to need some help with that. I mean, I really do feel bad, you guys. Like, even though I, like, gave her a hard time, like, I do feel bad. Like, I never want to see any woman fall, and especially, like, she has so much potential. She's a beautiful girl, and she does have talent. It's just this, you know, getting caught up in everything that's really coming back to bite her in the ass, and it's just going to ruin everything for her. So, yeah, I mean, well, this is funny because, like, I just, like, got guided to pull one of these cards from the deck, Postcards from Spirit. And this isn't actually, you guys, a really great deck if you wanted something for yourself but you didn't know how to read, like, a tarot or an oracle card and you wanted more of a spiritual message. I've used these, like, over and over for myself and, you know, for clients and everything, and every time I pull the message, like, it's always relevant. And they're really gorgeous cards too. Like, they really are a postcard, and then they have, like, a whole written letter on the back. So, and I think you can find them on Amazon. I got them from, I'm trying to remember which one of them is still open. Barnes & Noble, I think, had them. And I just grabbed them because I was like, oh, these are pretty, and they seemed like something cute, but oh geez. So this is what it says for Megan. Dearest you, everything is in divine order. Even in chaos there is order, and we are always in awe of this. For you though, on your human journey, things can get disorganized in your mind and physical reality. You need to get rid of the clutter, whether it be too many stories in your mind, too many what ifs, or fearful thoughts of the past or future. Instead, focus on the now. Empty your mind, clean your house, and throw out any object that tells you an uncomfortable story. Discern what you have, sort, purge, clear, and organize. We want you to have space to fill with something better. Spirit loves a vacuum as it gives space for our brilliant new energy. Let go of what is not serving you and give order to what remains. See them and know their value. Your soul needs organization in order to keep your connection to us and to spirit free of distractions. You are so adored by so many. We hope you really know that. And I think that's a good message for all of us as well, especially as we are shifting into the age of Aquarius. The air signs are sword signs, as I said earlier. And so it is about clearing out what is no longer working so that we're clearing a path for new things to come in. I personally always like declutter my house, like whether it's the whole house or I just tackle a drawer or a closet or a cabinet or something when I'm trying to manifest things and get rid of stuff that's, you know, old Tupperware that I don't have a top to, or this t-shirt that's stained that nobody wears and things like that. And I always find that by making that space, whatever it is that I am trying to bring in has been made, and my manifestation happens quicker. So, of course, this is also, you know, talking about getting rid of toxic things. Toxic things are not just always toxic family members, but our own toxic behaviors as well and traits. And so that is definitely a good message for us all and for Megan as well. So I hope that answered some stuff. I mean, Megan, I really feel bad because every time I pull cards on you, it seems to get worse. And then, like, you do something else, so then it matches up. But I love you guys. I need to go take a nap and then work on my website. I will have some specials up, so check the site. It should be up around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. And in the meantime, you still can book a reading on the site and use coupon code BELLA20 for 20% off. All my info is linked in the description box below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We are going to be doing another giveaway soon. So I love you, and I will see you guys all again soon. Bye.